morning, cadre. Happy New Year's Eve. Sorry, I have a cheat sheet here that keeps falling down. It's the no stickum, apparently, sticky note. Anyway, last shave of 2018. This is shave number 365 for me for this year. Just realized I brought all my stuff in. My parents are sharing the bedroom here. Not sharing, they're sleeping in the bedroom here, so I don't have all my stuff. I forgot to bring in like my shaving shirt and stuff, so here's what I'm wearing to work today. But I'm gonna do the whole when they cut your hair during lunch hour at work, we'll do that. That looks a little anyway, maybe keep the soap and stuff off the collar. Looks really, let's pretend it's a kimono, like a Japanese. Oh, samurai now. Anyway, what will we be doing? What I will be doing is chiseled face Ghost Town Barber. Look at that. If you haven't seen it, that's exactly what it smells like. Cowboy hats, leather boots, dirt. Woo! So what I am doing, along with my trusty steed, the Asylum RX, this is the exact shave that I started the year with. January 1st, 2018, I used this brush, which is a soft knot that I put into a Shave Revolution handle. Ghost Town Barber, the Asylum RX, with, as always, the Feather Pro Guard blade. So we're ending the year as we started it. A bunch of my blade brothers over on the Shaving Cadre are actually going to be doing a chiseled face. We call it a 3017, but they're going to be using, most of them, a full tub of a chiseled face soap until it's gone. You can almost say I'm ending as they're going in. Anyway, as I mentioned, this is shave number 365 for this year. So that's what my notes are. So I'll just tell you, and I can not worry about this. So that's 114 double edge safety razor shaves. 105. This is the 105th single edge shave this year. 117 straight razor shaves. A lot of those were with the Feather SS, and don't tell anybody. Three cartridge shaves. Kind of ashamed about those. And I don't remember the circumstances. Two of those were where I actually took one of my 4 or 5 bladed monsters somewhere, because I think I was not checking the bags, and they were awful shaves. One of those was a whole bunch of us teasing Chad because he had done the same thing. He had used some cartridge razor on a trip and said it wasn't that bad, so kind of as a joke to him, we did videos using a cartridge razor. So why 365 this year? I'd seen some people had, you kind of set these nonsense personal goals for yourself sometimes. So I had set 365 shaves, intending to not skip a day. There's something there I just knocked off with that's not a weeper or a cut or something. I just knocked the top off of something there. Anyway, that's not what ended up happening. I did have a few days where I missed the shave, and I had some days where I doubled down. And I thought I was actually going to have to double down just to catch up and meet my goal, which I wasn't too excited about, because that seems to not really be, you know, forcing the shaves. Anybody can force the shave. It was just like staying committed to not missing a day was kind of the intent. And I don't remember, because I thought I missed one earlier in the year, and I don't remember why. But then I went through a medical issue where I just missed a couple. Just couldn't really deal with getting to the shower and all that in the first place. But I did have a couple days where more kind of for, I think it was after hard days of being outside working, I took a second shower in the afternoon or evening and just enjoy the routine of shower and then a shave. I think one time it was just, look at that thing. What a way to end the year. I don't know how many weepers you've seen on camera, not many. For some reason though, I think almost any weeper I've had has made it onto camera. But like I said, that wasn't I can't even feel the bump of whatever got knocked off there. Anyway. And then for work-related issues, I had to switch to evening shaves for a while. Uh-oh. Got a little on the... That's alright, I'm gonna be smelling like Ghost Town Barber all up and down when I go to work. Intentionally. Anyway, I just switched to evening shaves. And I think that made up the last missing one where I did the morning and then even the evening before I had to go to work very early. I showered and shaved and got 2 that day. Anyway. I'll tell you, how was the experience of doing that about... for the most part, not allowing a single missed shave. And many times, believe me, I thought, well, this is kind of dumb because nobody besides myself cares if I do this or not. You know, they might be interested in knowing that I've accomplished it, but if I'm like, I give up, it's not going to affect anybody. But I'm glad because it kind of set a routine and an expectation. I think there's many days where before doing this, I might have just thought, oh, I'm really tired, forget it. I'm in a hurry, forget it. But you realize even when you're tired, there's razor combinations that are no-brainers that I can use. So the shave went just fine, even though I was worried that I really wasn't in the mood to concentrate or anything. They're those same setups where you don't have to think about it too much are good for when you're in a hurry. You're not having to take your time to make sure you're not applying too much pressure, that sort of thing. And in the end, I think I was always happier halfway through the day knowing that I had shaved, or, you know, having that smooth feeling, rather than if I had skipped it because of how I felt at the moment and then ending up kind of scruffy. So I think that's the biggest thing, is learning that there are probably across the board all the days where if I wasn't doing this I might have skipped it. I was happy that I did in the end. The drawback days being are when I was like experimenting with true straights or a new razor that was a little bit aggressive or something, and it might have been best to give my face a day rest, and I didn't because I was doing this. Of course it takes another couple days to heal, but I just use a mild razor and getting in. So those are probably the only days that maybe I might have wished that I wasn't pushing myself to do that, that if I would have just skipped a day, then the day after it would have been all healed up and fine, instead of taking, 3 days to heal up. But also, it was a benefit in just using soap. As you know, I've got way more soap than I'll ever use, so any day skipped is a whole nother day where you're not trying something new and then getting back to the stuff you love, or, you know. And it's a silly thing, right? Because again, that's just a personal choice. If you want to, you know, you're halfway through a tub, you can just piff it off, you can get rid of it somehow. But there's kind of this thought, I think, among many people that own way more soaps than they'll use, is that it makes them feel better the faster they use their soaps, actually seeing progress in the soap getting a little bit smaller in the tub or that type of thing. It makes you feel a little less bad about buying so much. So we'll see how this year goes. I certainly am not pushing for 365 shaves again. I'll track them. I like doing that. I like numbers. I like data. So in my journal today on the shaving cadre, I'll even include a little bit more data as to how many times I used what type of razor, what razor blade, tracking most of that. But I'd just say that's the biggest thing I got out of it, is most days when that moment after the shower when you're dragging or in a hurry or something, I learned that it's worth it later on in the day just to go ahead and do it. I got a lot of man care today after the shave. So we did the alum, right? We did there's lemon, choice of cowboys all over, no doubt. I got to do my 2-in-1. So see, almost again without a miss, I'll run through my normal post shave and then we'll deal with scent stuff. Just a bit of this dude here. What else was I gonna say? So if I was talking about what I learned, that would be it. It's worth it just to do it in the end. Oh, Ghost Town Barber. Here we go again. I think this is the first soap. I don't know. I think I got the aftershave at the same time. Anyways, the first one I might have gotten kind of off of peer pressure. At the time, I really didn't like leather scents. Wasn't into that whole manly smell. I went and talked about gun smoke and all stuff. I thought that's crazy, but people kept talking about it. Some people, now it is Ghost Town Barber. Some people say this is a barbershop scent, and I hate barbershop scents that are the powdery, what you think of as stereotypical. This one I'd get no powdery whatsoever. So to me, this is not barbershop at all, but that's where everybody's scent is different. I get the distinct notes of leather and gun smoke, and I love it. So this is kind of my gateway maybe into a little bit darker, manlier scents. Anyway, so I did my alum, did the witch hazel, did the Nivea 2-in-1. Now we'll say that I've done what I want to do to my face to keep it kind of sealed up and prevent as much razor burn as possible. Now we do the scent. Does it make sense to do an aftershave and an EDP? I don't know, but I got it, so I'm going to use it. This stuff has, Chiseled Face has menthol in it, and I can't use menthol on my face, just my neck. So we get the hair, we get the neck, spread it all over. Now, so this is a little less expensive, so we'll do a little bit more. And this, Whoop. There's that face again. Boom on the glass sink. Shh. That probably woke up my parents. Anyway, we will finish up. Whoop. Hold on. The EDP. Now let's get the look going here. And those of you that aren't on the cadre and don't read my journal, this is a scent that I pick a lot of times when I know I'm going to be somewhere new and in kind of an enclosed space. Might maybe the more socially acceptable thing to do would just be to wear a light scent. I've done that at times, especially when going to a winery. You don't want to overpower. You want to be able to smell smell the wines. But more like when I'm on an airplane, I'm going to a new meeting with new people, I want to share the love of Ghost Town Barber, so I'll pick this one. Anyway, there we go. Closing up 2018. Hope you all have some good things to look back on. Great year coming up, 2019. I guess there we go. I got to head off for work for a bit, then be back home with friends and family, and I'll see you on the forums.